Would you like me to tell you a secret? There lies a thread from the heart to the lips, where the secret of life is woven. Words tear the thread, but in silence it speaks. Look back, my friend. Do not fear the future. Nothing lasts forever. Do not miss the moment. Into its void, 100 voices will to their sorrows with compassion. My dear heart, never think you are better than others. Listen to their sorrows with compassion. Thank you. Thank you, Geetu. That was just absolutely wonderful.
Rina, Lillette and I go back like a million years. I hid under her skirt in a performance of Amadeus in 1981. It was wonderful for those of you who may inquire. Much of my role over 10 days, that was the highlight moment. And it was very exciting. To Deepika Deshpande, who actually started teamwork with us. So we have so much of family and friends here that we really thank you all very much for coming. My brother and sister-in-law, our board of directors, Rajiv and Ramesh, Sabha Pataudi, who's come specially and said, I'm going to be there for you. Thank you all. It's been 10 tumultuous years that's brought us to this point and made us what is seen to be acknowledged to be among the world's largest festivals. Last year we had over 330,000 people come through our doors over 5 days. This year we will have over 400 authors. None of this would have been possible really without the support of each and every one of you, our wonderful speakers who have come and become our ambassadors and gone out and talked up the festival. And every time a press person asks me, so, did you ever envisage the festival being so successful? And I keep saying that I remember the first year that we set up the festival, Namita, William and I were standing outside the Darbar Hall. We seated 270 people at 9 o'clock in the morning. And we kept wondering whether we would get 270 people to come in and fill the hall. But from the very first word go, we had incredible audiences that sort of poured out the Darbar Hall and grew and grew and grew. And today we are, it's quite an incredible festival. Those of you who've been there, Devika has been there. By the way, Devika is the original singer of much of Bob Dylan's music. And hopefully they're going to do a performance at some point of time at the Opera House. One of the prime reasons for setting up the festival, really we believe that in this world where there is so much of inequity in societies, not just in India, across the world, in America or here, or in other parts, in other countries, it's absolutely imperative to share knowledge, because that's the only thing that can bring about a transformation of soul, a transformation of mind. And I'll share a small incident. I mean, this was one of our goals when we first started. And sort of 4 years into the festival, and literature festivals are seen to be elitist, and we've often been labeled as an elite festival. 4 years into the festival, there was to 7:30 in the morning, we just opened the gates, crowds had started descending, and we put into place security for the first time. And this man and his son walked through the portals of Digi Palace, and they were instantly stopped because they looked like they didn't belong. And because I was standing there at the fountain, I went up and I said, "Bhaiya, kya baat hai? Can I help you?" And he said, "I sleep on the footpath outside SMS Hospital. And I know that I'll never be able to send my son to school, nor be able to buy a book for him. But I thought if he heard a story, it will change his life forever. And I heard that your festival tells stories, and I was told that everybody was welcome. Can I come in?" For us, that truly was a transformative stage, and we realized that this is something that we need to do. We need thousands of festivals, thousands of platforms where you have all kinds of views presented so that audiences can make up their own minds in terms of what they wish to believe or not believe. In this world of post-truth, which seems to be upon us in so many different ways, it is really imperative for all of us to look at the facts, to read, to understand. And it's the arts that creates that window, a window that allows you to understand another culture, another philosophy, another history, another people, another economy, another way of life. Not just of other countries, but perhaps even within our own incredible country with so many languages, so much of diversity. And we think that we know, but in many cases we don't, because we don't hear them. This too is a time to listen. We are surrounded by a miasma of noise today, be it from the television, be it arguments that abound around us through social media. And again, perhaps, this is the time to pause. This is the time to take stock. This is the time to understand and hear what the other voice is. Not everything is about you're with us or against us, about this view or that view. As Rashomon wrote in his wonderful play, the play Rashomon, there are many points of view. All of them have a place to coexist. We need to learn and live and understand what coexistence is about. We knew that earlier. Perhaps we've lost our way briefly. We need to remember and go back. And like I said, pause and listen. For me and my colleagues, Namita and William, the festival is special in so many wonderful ways. We have an incredible list of authors who will gather this year. over 400 of them, and I think the list is going to play behind me. We're going to be celebrating and commemorating 70 years of India's independence, starting in January. We have a series called Freedom to Dream, because we do believe the very sense of dreaming is something that can make us all collectively aspire to a better tomorrow. For the first time, we'll be bringing a facsimile of the Magna Carta, upon which all democracies have been built. This is the 1215 AD Magna Carta, which will be on display courtesy the British Library, with whom we have a new collaboration. We have a lovely series of art lectures in association with, again, our new partners, MoMA in New York. We will be looking at the Constitution of India. Many of us know the preamble, very few of us know the content. It is primarily one of the most incredible documents that came about in the last century. The Constitution of India has been the basis of many constitutions of emerging countries over this last century, and it's a shame that we don't study it, or we don't go back to it again and again to understand the very fundamentals that our founding fathers fought for and created and made it different for us than perhaps those of our neighbors who surround India. We also have, as you all know, a wonderful series on women uninterrupted. We have economy, politics of writing, fiction, and of course travel writing, philosophy.